The mood in Las Vegas is optimistic, but also expectant. With Geno Smith taking over at quarterback and a group of young talents showing their worth, the Raiders appear ready to compete. Still, the front office remains open to significant reinforcements, and a big name has once again been making waves behind the scenes. Rumors suggest a former All-Pro could be on the team's radar, in a deal that, if finalized, would transform the offense and potentially shake up the entire AFC West. Tyreek Hill would bring the Raiders a vertical threat capable of changing the course of any game. His speed and ability to create separation would force opposing defenses to back off, opening up valuable space for Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers to exploit intermediate routes. Furthermore, Hill specializes in explosive plays, something that could elevate the offense to a level of productivity rarely seen in Las Vegas. Fitting with the offensive scheme would allow for a variety of formations and movement plays, maximizing his ability to disrupt defenses. Cost, however, is a delicate factor. The proposed deal would include Michael Mayer, a 5th-round pick in 2026, and a 7th-round pick in 2027. Losing Mayer would mean giving up a young tight end with long-term potential, but Bauer's presence could minimize that impact. Still, it would be necessary to evaluate whether Hill's market value, combined with his recent fitness record, justifies sacrificing current and future assets. The physical aspect weighs heavily in this equation. At 31 years old and coming off an injury-plagued season, Hill carries an inherent risk that could limit his performance throughout the year. One alternative to mitigate this risk would be to structure the contract with performance incentives and bonuses based on games played, financially protecting the franchise should physical issues resurface. Furthermore, the board would have to ensure that Hill's arrival would not compromise future market movements. Finally, the cultural and motivational impact of such an acquisition cannot be underestimated. Bringing in a player with Hill's track record and personality would send a clear message to the roster and fans. The Raiders are willing to take a big gamble to compete on equal terms in the NFL's most competitive division. The question is whether, considering the balance of risk and reward, this investment is the right move just weeks before the season starts.